trying to get into some trouble?
We're trying to get into some trouble. Bang, bang. Trouble. It's not exactly what we were looking for in Peru, but more like something to pull me out of a little rut. Step 1, get back onto the mountains, a place I really love. And step 2, complete my first multi-day trek, the 3-day Inca Quarry Trail. But first, you can't fully appreciate a place without getting to know its culture. So, a few days before our trek, we touched down in Cusco, a city once a capital of the Incan Empire, rich with beautiful Incan and Spanish colonial architecture woven into each other. With skinny cobblestone sidewalks, roadside petting zoos, mind you, we had to pay for these moments, and the shopping tourist's dream. That is, if you don't mind being pushed around a bit.
Oh no, I already took one.
Yeah, you can take another one. You can take another one.
Drayda got dragged into this for the second time. The first time we didn't get a video, but...
Yes, of course.
You can't forget that.
Ya usted también.
Oh no, I have one. I have
Usted
one.
también. Yo le saco yo el chocho.
Marielle thought she was gonna get away with not having it done to her too. Do you have magnets?
Ya. A bailar.
Okay.
Ya. Eso, a bailar.
Is there a way? Oh,
Ya.
this is the way, yeah?
Ya, vamos. This is turn up.
I can only embarrass myself so much.
After a couple days of exploring, we meet up with our tour group and leave Cusco, heading northeast into the hills through the shanty towns. They're full of working-class people, pushed away from the city due to inflation, and previously pushed from the highlands due to terrorism at the hands of a communist militant terror group called Shining Path. Many homes don't have running water and either have to buy water or use a communal faucet between 10 families or so. Some people from the mountains are still growing their crops, like wheat and barley, but the area is overgrown with eucalyptus, an invasive tree species known here as more of a pest. It was introduced from Australia, and here it grows too fast, absorbing water and making it hard for competing crops to grow. So you get the feeling that much of the area here is in a balancing act. For example, our guide says locals are generally against a new international airport in the northern Chinchero district, and they're complacent with Cusco's small domestic airport. It's a difficult fine line, with many locals working in the tourism industry, but at the same time wanting to preserve their culture and way of life. Here's a family that seems to be making it work. We're invited to meet a community in the sacred valley of the Incas to learn about their local lifestyle and indigenous language, and it seems to include some prime hospitality.
Okay, let's approach him. It is our communal center, please.
In the next video,
notice her technique is essentially stabbing the ground as opposed to shoveling.
I take harvesting crops a little too competitively and we run into a couple new friends.
All right. Squat up.